Is this mic on? Ugh, I'm so bad with fucking technology.
Mommy, you said the F word.
Sorry, babe. Welcome to Mommy You Said the F Word. I'm your host, Sarah Goldsboro. I've experienced firsthand the messy, magical, and sometimes maddening world of motherhood. We'll share some laughs and shed some tears as I dive deep into the highs and lows of life, confront loss, chat about career, fitness, creating a life you love, finding yourself again after kids, and who the fuck knows what else. This is a space where authenticity reigns supreme. So get ready to strip away the BS and get candid as fuck. Okay. Hey guys. Hope everybody's doing well. I don't know about you, but I feel like these past couple weeks, the holiday season, I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind. Like, for me, between being in the salon a couple days a week and just like kids stuff, sports, holiday parties, just like normal everyday shit, it has been, oh, and I was sick last week and still working and doing all the things. So it has just been a whirlwind the past couple weeks. And I do really feel like I've been losing my mind. I've been hanging on by a thread. Like this past weekend, Saturday, it was a very exciting day for us. My son was getting his black belt. This is like a big deal in our house. This is something he's been working towards for 2 years. He's 8 years old, which is super cool for him to be getting his black belt that young. We're like so proud of him. And so it was a really big day for us. So got up in the morning. I'm still getting over being sick and he's not 100%, but we're super excited. Got up, made him a nice breakfast, had a pretty chill morning for the most part, just making sure we had everything together for his belt test. And we go to leave the house and I went to go get my purse and I was like looking around where it normally is, wasn't there. I was like, where the fuck is my purse? And just the day before, on Friday, my son was getting ready to leave for school. My husband was taking him to school because he was off work and we couldn't find his coat. And it was like 35 degrees out. And I'm like, Cam, like, you do this all the time. I'm like, you constantly lose your coat, and he is like going through a huge growth spurt right now. So like he has one winter coat that fits him. And I was like, Cam, you can't just wear a hoodie to school today. You have to put your winter coat on. Where is your winter coat? Like, you have one job and like you lost your coat. And so my husband's like, oh, just chill. I'm like, excuse me, sir. I woke up and chose violence today. Like, are you fucking trying to get your neck stomped? Like, don't tell me to chill the fuck out. Like, y'all do this all the time, lose shit, and I'm the one that like usually does school drop-offs for the most part. So I'm like, I'm sick of him losing his coat. Like, he has one job. So anyway, back and forth. My son's crying. Like, he's a very sensitive kid. I was being over the top that morning. We find his coat, all is well. Back to Saturday, I'm looking all over the goddamn house, cannot find my purse. I'm like, oh my God, where the fuck is my purse? I'm like, okay, yesterday after school, like I picked up my son and a couple of the little girls in our neighborhood, bring them home on Fridays. I'm like, maybe I left my purse in the car, just being like sidetracked. So I go to my car is fucking unlocked, which I never do. I'm like, oh my God, my car is unlocked. My purse is not in the car. So I'm like, oh my God, I left my purse in the car and I left the car unlocked and somebody fucking stole my purse out of my car like Friday night. I'm like, oh my God, my keys are in there, my wallet, like everything. So I'm like freaking out, mostly internally, because again, we're getting ready to leave for my son's black belt test and I don't want to like ruin that and make like a big scene and get over the top emotional. But I was like, oh my God, like my purse is fucking gone. So anyway, we go to his belt test. He did amazing. He got his black belt. We were so proud of him. And I thankfully was able to hold it together. My parents came, Cam's grandparents, and of course I like told them what happened, and my mom's like all worried, and I'm like, Mom, it's fine. I'll figure it out. I just want to get through his test and then I'll handle it afterwards. So anyway, black belt test goes amazing. We get home. I'm like, okay, so we check the house one more time everywhere, could not find it. It's not in the house. It's not in the car. So I'm like convinced. I'm like, okay, so I left it in my car and somebody stole it. There has been times when there's been cars broken into in my neighborhood. My neighbor several times, my car actually one time I left it unlocked, and the one time I did, somebody went in my car and went through my glove compartment or whatever. So I'm like convinced. I'm like, I left my purse in the car, somebody took it, it's gone. But I was like, I had some cash in my purse. So I was like hoping, I was like, okay, hopefully whoever stole it saw that I had cash, took the cash, and tossed my purse, because I checked my bank account and like none of my cards had been used. And so I was like, okay, good. I froze my cards and I was like, okay, so here's the deal. Like, we have some woods around our house, around our neighborhood. So I'm like getting into my, if I were gonna steal somebody's purse and I just wanted the cash, what would I do? And I'm like, I would toss it in the woods. And there is several spots in our neighborhood where teenagers will come from the apartments and cut through the woods. So I was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We are just going to go around to the different, in the woods, in the different spots, and just see if somebody like tossed my purse. And I was just like praying. I was like, I just hope that somebody took my cash, tossed my purse, and like I'll at least find my wallet and my keys. Because then I was like, oh my God, my keys were in there, like my house key, both my husband and my car keys. What if they come back? They like have my wallet with my driver's license. They know which house we live in. They could break into our house. They could steal our cars. We're like going through all of these things. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. I'm like, I can't believe this. So we go for 2 hours. My husband and I are walking around through the woods, basically fucking hiking around my neighborhood. I mean, I'm down by the sewers, and my husband and I cut down through into the apartments. We're looking in dumpsters to see if somebody like threw my purse in the dumpster. And it's not like one of my nice purses. It was like a little Amazon crossbody, almost like a Lululemon dupe. It was not a nice purse, but all my shit was in it. So I was just like, nobody's going to want to keep this purse. So they're probably just going to fucking toss it. So checked dumpsters, checked the sewers, checked like all in the woods. Like, I mean, we looked everywhere. I was like, maybe somebody will just toss my keys somewhere. We were looking for anything. My purse, my keys, my wallet. We literally looked everywhere, all around our neighborhood, where people would cut through, and if teenagers were hanging out in the woods, like where would they be? We looked everywhere, literally nothing. So we were supposed to go to a holiday party Saturday night. So like I texted my friend, I'm like, look, I was like, I'm so sorry, we're not gonna make it. My purse was stolen and I don't have my keys, I don't have my wallet, I don't even have my driver's license. If we get carded at the bar or something, like I don't even have my license. So I was like, I'm so sorry, we're not gonna make it. The first thing I did, I was like, I told my husband, I was like, I'm gonna go to the car dealership and I'm gonna see if they can at least reset my key fob to my car. If they have my keys, they try to come back, get back in my car or steal my car, I was like, they won't be able to use the key fob. I'll see if they can reset it. Go to the dealership. They wouldn't do shit because I didn't have my driver's license, even though I could give them all of the information on myself and the car and everything. They were like, look, like we understand your issue, but we can't do anything without a driver's license. Also, It was late Saturday afternoon, so the service department was already closed. They were like, go get a new driver's license Monday, come back, we can reset your car, order you a new key fob, whatever, but come back Monday. But they showed me this app on my phone where I could see the location of my car and I could see if my car was unlocked. I could remote start it. So like that at least was good because I was like, at least if somebody steals my car, I can see where it is on my phone. I was like, okay. So anyway, that was a bust. But as I'm driving, I call my mom and I was like, Mom, I was like, we're not going to go to the party tonight because she was supposed to be watching Cam for us. But she was like, that's fine. He can still come spend the night. Did you you looked everywhere? She was like, did you look in his book bag? And I was like, no, like, why the fuck would I look in Cam's book bag for my purse? Like, I've never have I ever put my purse in Cam's book bag. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. No, I didn't look in his book bag. She's okay. I don't know why it just popped into my head. I just thought like you should check there. I was like, yeah, okay, thanks, Mom. Talk to you later. Go home. My husband's, I'm like, we need to change the locks on the house. I don't feel comfortable. They have my house keys. They have my driver's license. They know which house we live in. You need to change the locks on the house. So he heads to Home Depot. He was going to completely change the locks on the house. So after he leaves, I'm like looking around one more time around the house. I'm like, God damn it. Like it has to, like, I've never left my purse in the car. I've just never done that before. I'm like, it's gotta be here. And I'm like thinking to myself, I don't know why, because I just talked to my mom on the phone. I'm like, I don't know why. I haven't looked in Cam's book bag. I know it's not there, but like she had just asked me if I looked there. So I was like, let me just, for shits and giggles, let me just look in Cam's book bag so we can just cross that off the list. I always stick his book bag at the end of the week in our closet when you walk in the house, just so it's not like sitting around. Open the closet. His book bag is zipped up like it always is. I go in, I unzip his bag, and literally the second I unzip his book bag, I see the black strap to my crossbody bag. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, are you fucking serious? And my son's downstairs in the basement playing video games. He's, did you find your purse? I was like, yeah, it was in your fucking book bag. He's like, how did it get in there? I'm like, I don't know. It's literally, I literally, hand to God, would never put my bag in his book bag. I don't know how it got there. I call my husband. He's like still on his way to Home Depot. I'm like, you can turn around and come home. He's like, why? Did you find your bag? I was like, yeah, it was in Cam's book bag. He was like, no, it wasn't. I was like, yeah, it was. He was like, I looked in Cam's book bag and it wasn't there. And I was like, dude, it was in Cam's fucking book bag. And I know I didn't put it there. And Cam, he's 8. Like, he knows not to touch my purse. Like, he would never pick up my purse. And there would be no reason for him to stick it in his book bag. Like, I would have found it on Monday morning when we went to leave for school. So anyway, my husband, I swear to God, I looked in Cam's book bag and I didn't see it. I was like, yeah, well, it was in there. And I literally have no idea how it got there. And my husband's a man of little words. I could tell he's just getting a kick out of this. And I'm like, just say it. And he's, oh, nothing. And I'm like, what? Are you saying this is karma for me yelling at Cam yesterday for losing his coat? And he's, oh, I didn't want to say it. I'm like, I already knew you were thinking that because I immediately felt like an asshole this whole day because I yelled at him yesterday for losing his winter coat, which we found. It was in the car where you guys left it, but I immediately felt like an asshole the second that I couldn't find my purse. I was like, this is my karma for making a big deal out of him losing his coat yesterday. I was like, like, I get it. I'm a fucking asshole. I overreacted. Like, Okay, can you make my purse appear now? I get it. I was just like, dude, I get it. I feel like an asshole. I feel like this was my karma, me being miserable all fucking day and having to go hiking in the woods. Like, I get it. But I swear to God, I do not know how my purse got in his book bag. His book bag was zipped up from the time he got home from school on Friday till I found my purse in his book bag on Saturday. I don't know how it got in there. I have no explanation. Being the person that I am, and like I believe in guardian angels, I believe in spirits. Things happen to me all the time. I feel like I'm very protected a lot of the times. I've told people this. I tell my husband this all the time. I tell my mom this all the time. So I call my mom and I tell her, guess what? And she's, you found your bag. I was like, yes. I said, guess where the fuck it was? She was like, where? I was like, in Cam's fucking book bag where you told me to look. She's, are you kidding me? I don't know why that just popped into my head for some reason. And I was like, okay, mom, you're a psychic because that's where it was. And so we had a good laugh about that because my grandmother passed away this past spring. And I said, was this nanny? Was she like, because me, my mom, and my grandmother were like very in tune with each other, and we're all like very intuitive. And I was like, was this nanny like helping us out? I was like, because there's, first of all, I still don't know why it's in his book bag, but like for you, like of all places to tell me to look there or ask me, did I look there? And it's like the most absurd place to look. I was like, just, it's weird to me. That's the one place that you asked me if I looked, and that is the one place where it was. I was like, I feel like that was nanny like helping us out a little bit. I don't know if she's like watching over us, or if it was my guardian angel. I don't know what the fuck, but I just felt like they were helping us out on that one. Needless to say, it was a very eventful weekend. So I felt so much better after that. We got to go to our Christmas party with our friends, and Cam spent the night at my mom's house. They had a great time, and I was just like, okay, lessons have been learned. Whoever is trying to teach me a lesson, I get it. I need to exercise a little more fucking patience and also just be more aware of where my shit is, because we obviously all are capable of misplacing things, losing things, making mistakes. You can't get so mad at people sometimes. None of us are perfect, obviously. But I'm glad I can laugh about it now, because I wasn't fucking laughing about it on Saturday. I was like thinking about, on top of an already busy week ahead of me, now I was going to have to replace my driver's license, cancel and replace all of my debit cards, my credit card, get new house keys, car keys, all of that shit. I was just like, thank God I don't have to do any of that this week. And thank you, whoever was helping me out on that one. And I need to be more aware of where I put my belongings, and I need to be more patient because none of us are perfect. And so that was my story for this week. And we all have a little mom brain from time to time. That's what I like to call it when I fuck up. It's my mom brain, because as moms, as women, we constantly have 100 tabs open in our brains at all times. And I'm like, excuse the fuck out of me for like once in a blue moon losing my shit, because that never happens. But I'm always like doing things, picking up kids from school, going to work, trying to do all the things. I'm like, okay, I need to relax a little bit. Things are going to happen, but just make sure that anything of importance you are more aware of. So it taught me a good little lesson, and I can guarantee that's not going to happen again because that was a pain in the fucking ass for a few hours. And so anyway, I hope you too will learn your lesson from this. But let's just try during this busy holiday season. I know we're all, especially moms, we're losing our fucking shit. And let's just try to bring it down a notch. We need to take a chill pill sometimes and be a little bit more patient with each other, especially with the kids, because, they're going to lose stuff. They're going to misplace stuff. They're going to drive you crazy. We can't lose our shit all the time because we're not perfect either. That's the lesson I took out of this. And anyway, I hope you guys are having a happy holiday season, and I hope you're enjoying my podcast so far. And I love sharing these crazy life moments with you guys. I think we can all share and learn from each other. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Thank you so much for listening. Show me some love by sharing this episode, and be the first to know when new episodes drop by following the show wherever you get your podcast. Subscribe on YouTube and follow me on social media at Mommy You Said the F Word.